Welcome to this short-ish video of us four holistic therapists. We would like to come together occasionally, more regularly, and introduce ourselves and what we have to offer. We've met through networking, where we've bumped into each other, and just when we exchanged and chatted what we do, we felt we align with our values, our purposes, and what we want our lives with.
Exactly.
And just thought we'll come together and expand this a little bit further.
And educate.
And educate, of course, educate people with what we do,
Yes.
why it is what we do, and how it will benefit you.
Yes. Well, we can help.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Should we introduce ourselves?
Let's introduce ourselves.
Sure.
I'm Shomtika Haro, a professional beauty therapist, specializing in targeted facial and advanced skin therapies. Thank you.
Okay. Also, I guess it's me. I'm May Chong. What I do is, my background was originally massage therapies, and then I went into traditional East Asian medicine, focusing on acupuncture, cupping, and also some other tools that I use in my clinic to help people get out of chronic pain. That's what I do.
You can keep this off now. Hi, I'm Caroline Bach. I'm a holistic therapist specialising in the stress management and stress symptom relief area. I brought a technique with me from Germany that uses just a single pressure point to relieve chronic muscle tension, and with that will help you to gain inner balance as well as spinal and pelvic alignment, and with that also reducing chronic pain, chronic discomfort, and help reduce restlessness and disease.
I'll take this one. Hi, I'm the second German in this group. I'm a clinical hypnotherapist and regression to root cause hypnotherapist and NLP practitioner. I guess we all fall under that umbrella of holistic therapists. We want to make people feel good, body and mind, help them feel aligned, and in different ways, but as I've written in my blog yesterday, I don't think we can necessarily separate the physical and the mental element, whereas Caroline's job might seem more physical, hands-on, literally. Mine is just talking and putting people to sleep, and but really one links into the other. They cannot function, they intertwine heavily.
And I find interesting as well is they impact each other heavily as well. If your body is poorly, your mind will be poorly. If your mind is poorly, your body will be poorly.
Yes.
So physical and psychological effects are really linked together.
Yeah. So you all agree on that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, few questions prepared.
Questions, yeah.
Right, who's going to start? We're doing this for the first time, guys, so bear with us.
So I think the first question that we had was what brought us to the profession we are in currently. So maybe it would be good to just maybe say what is a little bit of our background, where have we come from, and why did we end up where we are now. Shall we start with you again?
All right. Starting from my burnout in my previous career, when I traveling a lot, have no time for myself, and then I found myself that I need to connect myself into well-being. So I started to interesting in wellness, exercise, eat good food, starting to have a therapeutic touch. This is my
I like a therapeutic touch.
Yes, because of when you start to be touched, you feel relaxed. You feel because all your whole body, you have muscle, where it's linked to the nervous system. So when you touch, even on your face, you have a lot of muscle on your face as well. So I'm specialized on the facials. So that's why when not only the facial can touch on your head, they make you feel relaxed, deep relaxation. That's it.
And I think we've all been to your clinic, haven't we?
Yes.
And so we could all say it's been very good. It wasn't just a wellness aspect, but it was really going a lot deeper. I actually had some blocked sinuses at the time, and that was all released, which I did not expect. And and just feeling deeply relaxed and just kind of lighter. And I slept really good. There's a lot of aspects that flow into this.
Okay. So I got into my line of work because I wanted to help people out of pain, and so I used massage therapies, which did help, but then I myself had chronic back pain, and I went to see other massage therapists, and it always came back. And it was only through my journey, learning different things, I booked in with an acupuncturist, and he did the whole health history, and he told me that my back pain was actually linked to my gynecological issues. At the time I didn't understand it, but as I learned more, I realised it made sense. And if I did think about it, my back pain only came on like sort of similar time every month. It was linked with my periods. I just never put two and two together. And since then, I've learned everything I could about acupuncture, and so I can help my clients more and get them out of pain. So that all they have to do is just come and have remedial treatments. Yeah, so that's why I went into what I do. I just love helping people.
Don't we all?
So if I continue, so I got into what I do really early. I got exposed to Vitametic. I was a teenager when I had chronic headaches, and supposedly the doctors and other therapists, like massage therapists, they couldn't pinpoint what the cause was of my chronic headaches. So I woke up with headaches every day, went to bed with headaches every day. And at some point they just said, well, you have to live with it. There's no psychological, no physiological cause. You probably just imagine your pain. And that's how I was left with. And to some point I discovered Vitametic. I was only 15, and within one session my chronic headaches have gone. And I had, from a sports incident that no one connected with my headaches that started 3 months after that accident, I was left with chronic muscle tension, and they caused my headaches. But because I was 15 and I couldn't train as a Vitametic practitioner back then, you had to be at least 18, and with the school system you have to be in a school system until you're 18. I didn't went a different path, and I went to university first. I studied biological chemistry. I then did a PhD in natural sciences with a focus on toxicology, and worked for the last 12 years in the pharmaceutical industry. And what I found was, whilst I was helping the clients, my company was working for finding new drugs that can be used to treat symptoms. They didn't treat the root cause. And again, I kept reminding myself, this is exactly what I've been exposed to with the chronic headaches. I was treating the symptom and not the root cause. And then to some point I just decided I'll do the Vitametic course, and then I built up my business slowly to again help people with similar issues. But I've had chronic pain, but it's just been told there's nothing we can do about it.
Wow. That's shocking, and you mentioned my favourite word there a few times, the root cause. There's a lot about treating symptoms, and when you go to a GP and you have a problem, then often just the symptoms get treated and not looked into the root cause. And the root cause could be pretty much anything and everything. It could be something in your past, it could be something right now. So I suppose what brought me into my line of work is I was going through a very difficult time in my life, about 10 years ago, I think. And there wasn't much help out there. The GP gave me antidepressants, which were not necessary. I can see that now. I took them for less than a year, and offered to me was counseling, but because I was depressed, which it's quite normal to be depressed sometimes. I think we're forgetting this. We think we have to kind of get rid of it right away, and other negative, that we deem negative emotions right away. But because they didn't answer the phone and I didn't have the energy to call them again, I never went to counseling then. And I did a course which was called Strong Women and it was NLP based, neuro-linguistic programming. So we did a lot of reprogramming, and I got to know myself. I learned about better communication. And then one day I said, oh, I want to become a life coach, which my mum found quite hilarious. I was like, that's a nice hobby. Yeah, I'm like, no, I want to do that as a job. And yeah, many smiled upon it, but I did realize quite quickly, it's quite a big umbrella, life coaching. I was more interested in the subconscious mind, which makes up really about 95% of your mind. And so I went to train as a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist, and regressed further into regression hypnotherapy to get to the root cause, yay! And then deal with it there and then. And yeah, so I think all of us kind of got into this line of work because of our own stories, which I think is important for that compassionate and empathetic aspect that you need in that line of work.
Yeah.
It's not just a job, is it?
And it's not just the money, is it?
Yes. Yeah.
It's because we've been through that journey and we understand what our clients go through and the pain they go through.
We've walked the walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Delighted when customer came in and then feel, going out, feel very relaxed. Not only good, yes, feel relaxed and feel refreshed and rebalanced.
Yeah.
Their whole, not just physical, but also.
It's not what you offer isn't just a beauty treatment.
Yeah, it's not just a beauty treatment because my treatment is combined treatment and as well as something to make customer feel rebalance that whole system.
Yeah, amazing. And I feel like we've answered the second question we picked out already. Because the second question was, have you used the services yourself that you offer?
Yes.
And
So big yes for you.
big yes for me.
Yeah, I only ever put into my clinic what I've used on myself and seen it work.
Yes,
So
of course.
to experience it is just so important because then we know what our clients are going through.
So for me as well, because of every treatment on my menus, I have been through it before. I feel it. I know it how it's affect to your body. So that's why I put it on.
Me too. I've had hypnotherapy a few times, and the most transformational one was probably the one when I did my regression to root cause hypnotherapy training, which I think is very important. And sometimes a client, and it hasn't happened to me yet, but clients can regress spontaneously. So you have to be prepared to know what to do with it. And I had a behavior pattern that kept coming on over the years and that I struggled with, and I kind of knew what direction it was coming from, and it was holding me back. And it was this self-sabotage that I kept doing over and over again. And after this regression session with my teacher in front of a small group of women, oh, actually, sorry, I'm lying, there was one man as well, but it was predominantly the ladies that I remember because they came up to me afterwards and they were thanking me for sharing this experience with me. And I must say, I felt like my problem got worse for about a week afterwards, which is normal. It's called an reaction. It can happen. It's just that release of things coming up and then being released. But afterwards, it kind of changed my life. So I'm a big fan, and I do listen to my own hypnosis recordings as well. I was very reluctant and analysing when I heard my voice, but then at a certain point, it just, you're gone. And that's that.
Which I find interesting. You said, how did you call it? That it becomes worse first?
Yes,
How did you call
sometimes. Reaction.
Because we can get that with the physical therapy. So lots of my clients experience when they've got, let's say, lower back pain, that after the first session, it seems to flare up worse than it has been before, but it's because the body doesn't treat chronic, the body treats acute, and whatever has manifested chronically will need to worsen first so your body can heal it. And I guess it's the same for the mind, which I think is really interesting. I guess you have, I feel like in my sessions with you,
we call it healing crisis.
Yeah.
So people sometimes it could bring on flu-like symptoms, and I've experienced it myself when I've been for treatment. So the day after, my whole body just feels like it's in pain or really tired and achy. Like I've been to the gym, that's what it feels like. And then I have to remind myself, and it's good to go for treatments because then we remember what our clients are going through. Because often, as a therapist, you forget what the experience is like for the client.
Yeah.
So then I have to remind myself, I have to be the therapist as well. It's okay, mate. You're just going through a healing crisis, and just have to enjoy, enjoy the journey. And then the day after, it was fine. So as long as it's fine after a couple of days, then it's nothing serious.
Because it's quite often that your body releases toxins, and that's why often that you then feel symptoms like what you've just described, like the flu, because your body releases things it was stuck with. And for vitametic, we always say that you keep yourself hydrated, drink plenty of water the first 24 hours after, and that you rest and don't do any heavy exercise to let your body do its thing, its healing and releasing of toxins, and you can flush them out.
I love that term, healing crisis.
Yeah.
That sounds much more boring. Have a reaction. What is that?
Excellent.
Right.
So,
What's next?
What's next?
You have to stay tuned.
stay
And
tuned.
follow us.
Follow us. Yeah.
Follow all of us.
On Rejuvenate,
Yes.
Karma Healing Space.
Relax Beyond.
And open that door with Kristen.
See you next time.
Oh,
Bye.
okay.